Awesome. Thank you so much for taking some time to join us. We're going to get right into questions for Chase, and let's kick things off with Paul Newberry. Go ahead, Paul.
Sorry about that. Had to get off mute. Hey, Trace, how you doing?
Good, how's it going?
Good, man. Hey, that's a little bit off the beaten path, but this year is the 20th anniversary of the Hans device becoming mandatory equipment in NASCAR, and we know it's kind of helped to usher in a period of incredible safety. Just want to ask your opinion about what do you think that device has meant to the sport? It kind of goes back to your dad's era, obviously, it coming in, and what has it meant? And can you imagine racing without one?
Well, I feel like it changed racing across the world. And no, I don't know that I would ever get in a car without one, to be honest. That's an absolute must have and a piece of safety innovation that, like I said, I think it changed really the world, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Chris Estrada. Go ahead, Chris.
Thanks for joining us today. Since Kansas, you finished 8th or better in 12 of 16 races. That includes your 2 wins. So from you and your team's perspective, has this run been as steady as the box scores say? And how much confidence does that run give you in going deep again in the playoffs?
And so hard to say. I mean, it's really difficult to put a lot of emphasis on past races and expect that to equal future results. But, Kansas has been a solid track, a place we've been able to win at, a place we've had some really strong runs. So, I look forward to going out there. You just hope that your past history will translate and you can have a good run. So I feel like we're very capable of that. We just have to go put it all together.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next one from Deb Williams. Go ahead, Deb.
Thank you. Chase, thank you for joining us today. Now that you've got a championship under your belt, do you enter the playoffs with feeling less pressure, more relaxed, or because you are defending your title, do you feel more pressure?
To be real honest with you, I don't really feel any different than I did going in last year. I mean, it's nice to have seen some of those circumstances and to have gone through some of those things that you're faced with mentally and just some of those challenges as you step through that last round and get to Phoenix. But to me, the message is really no different than it was last year. And to me, it's just about enjoying those big moments. And if you don't enjoy them, you're never going to thrive in them. A big moment typically means it means something to you. And it typically means there's opportunity for something big at the end of it. So you have to like it. I mean, that's to me the biggest piece of the whole puzzle. And I don't think that message will ever change whether you have 0 championships or you have 15. I mean, I feel like that's the single most important piece of how this playoff format works. And, it promotes winning and winning in big situations.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take our next one from Alan Cavana. Go ahead, Alan.
Hey, Chase, your biggest competition for a championship, may indeed be a teammate who you sit across from in team meetings. So few sports fans or even other athletes understand that or ever have to experience that. What is that like from a competitor standpoint?
It's definitely unique for sure. But I think we've all, racing, well, a lot of us have been around racing long enough or have been doing it long enough to kind of understand how that dynamic works. And at the end of the day, I feel like for Mr. Hendrick, especially, he's done a lot for the sport. He's changed a lot of people's lives in the sport, mine included. So if his cars are racing against each other for a championship, I think he deserves that. And I think at the end of the day, it's a good thing. So, I'm for it. And it really doesn't matter to me who we're racing against. You just hope you're, around at the end of this thing and have a shot.
Is it hard to support yet also root against a friend / teammate? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's just how it works. Like I feel like it's easy to go down that road or, the media likes to talk about it and stuff, but it's just how it works, man. Like a lot of these teams have 4 cars. And if you're at a solid organization, there's a good chance you're going to be racing against your teammates for big moments and big opportunities. So ultimately, I think it's a good thing. It means we're at a great organization and we have a chance to win and have won some races.
All right, have fun.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take our next one from Zach Sterniolo. Go ahead, Zach.
Chase, what are the biggest things that you feel like you learned about how to race in these playoffs last year en route to the championship, as well as what you learned about yourself in the midst of that run?
Yeah, I honestly don't feel like I did really anything different last year than I had been doing the years before. But just taking some of those experiences and really, like I said a second ago, just enjoying those bigger moments more. And I think that's something I did a poor job of in the past. Kind of letting those moments be bigger than what they should have been. And, I felt like last year we really just tried to keep, boil things down to just the nuts and bolts of what mattered. And ultimately, as you go through these rounds, if it's not going to make us go faster, I really just don't care about it. And in doing that, I think it makes you enjoy those bigger moments more because you're more focused on things that can make a difference on the end of the day and the results you get. So that's where my head's at again. And I'm looking forward to getting going.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next one from Kenneth Hawkins. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Chase, how you doing? Let's move ahead to Bristol for a moment. Other than the obvious, how different will it be racing on the concrete for you guys since it's the first time this year?
Yeah, kind of odd, to be going there for the first time this year, but it's the Bristol night race is always one of my favorite events. It's an event that I would tell a close friend to go see, like you have to go see this race before I don't have a chance to be there anymore or whatever. Even if I'm not there, go and enjoy a race. But just a great event, a lot of energy. I'm glad it's in the playoffs. I'm glad it's a cutoff race. And just glad to go to Eastern Tennessee and enjoy hopefully a dry Saturday night in Bristol.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll take our next one from Eric Smith. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, thank you. Chase, some stick and ball sports, you have a regular season and a postseason. People treat it as like two different seasons, intensity, aggression. These are different in the playoffs. What's your philosophy in racing? Is it that you change your approach, or do you take with what got you here, you just keep it through the final 10 races?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine line, right? Because I feel like you always want to grab that extra gear if you have it to pull, but a lot of times you don't. And I think you can very easily reach too far and get yourself in more trouble than what you would if you just really executed what you had to work with. And I think it's recognizing those things, hey, can we be better? Do we have that gear to pull? Can we step it up a notch? If the answer is yes, then okay, let's do it. Somehow, some way. If not, I do think it's important not to reach too far and reach outside of what your reality is and where you are. If you start this thing and you're an 8th place car and that's just where you're at, well, you're better off having a solid day and finishing 8th or maybe doing a really good job and finishing 6th than you are trying to reach for a win. And I just think you can get yourself in a lot of trouble doing that. I've done that in the past. So I think it's, I think you have to really, number one, recognize where you're at and then, adjust your expectations a little bit to buy you some more time because you never know. I mean, you could get hot in the last 3 weeks and have a shot to win, but you got to get there first. So it's a unique balance.
Thanks, Chase. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, Chase. Well, that's all the time we've got with you. Thank you so much for taking some time with us. We wish you the best of luck in the playoffs.
You bet. Thanks.